Smile.
Here,
It's mine, right? Yeah. It hurts so bad. I'm in the hospital right now. I can't even close my mouth. I keep crying, bro.
Jake Paul is back in the headlines, but this time it isn't hype, trash talk, or a comeback tease. He's reportedly hospitalized after a jaw issue resurfaced. What was meant to be a bold heavyweight statement has turned into a harsh reminder that some damage never fully disappears, and this story may still be unfolding.
It's showing his lower jaw, that's his mandible, and yes, it looks like it's broken in two places, and it's circled in these red circles. You can see this is his jaw. This is supposed to be sort of two continuous lines.
Jake Paul was hospitalized after his jaw issue returned. When a fighter breaks his jaw once, every period of silence afterwards sounds like bad news. Jake didn't offer a clear denial or a clean update, and that alone was enough to reopen old fears. Maybe not physically, but mentally. Once weakness is exposed on a global stage, people expect it to show up again.
And look, AJ, he knew what was going to happen before the fight even took place. That's why he was so calm. And that's probably why in the first few rounds when Jake Paul's buzzing around like a fucking little bee, this is going to slow down.
That fear traces back to one night in Miami, December 19th, 2025. Netflix cameras rolling. The Casilla Center packed. Heavyweight lights at full brightness. Jake Paul stepped into a division his body wasn't built for against a man who had lived there for years. Anthony Joshua didn't rush. He didn't panic. He waited, and that made it worse. He let Jake burn energy, let him feel safe, then began landing shots that don't just score points, they shift bone. The moment people replay isn't the stoppage. It's earlier. Blood slipping from Jake's mouth. Not a cut. Not a nosebleed. Blood where it shouldn't be. At the time, it looked like toughness. In hindsight, it was damage already setting in.
Next shot at the moment, not that much is going to happen. And it almost, oh, there's a left hook. Oh,
He is stunned. He's not knocked out immediately, but if you look at the displacement of his jaw and the force that was in that punch, that is impressive. Doesn't look very staged to me.
The fight officially lasted 6 rounds, but rounds 5 and 6 told the real story. That's when the jaw stopped being just another target and became a liability. Jake went down twice in the 5th and twice again in the 6th. 4 knockdowns, each adding force, pressure, and shock. That's how jaws often break, not with one clean snap, but with repeated trauma stacking up. And that's the scary part. Jaw fractures don't always feel catastrophic right away. Fighters keep talking, keep moving, keep fighting. The pain comes later.
Brother.
Yeah, he's absolutely crushing it.
Bring out the vodka.
Yeah, we're doing great in here. A double break in his lower jaw.
Jake knew something was wrong before anyone said it out loud. He didn't celebrate surviving. He didn't argue the stoppage. He spat blood and looked unsettled. That wasn't exhaustion. That was awareness. The body knows when something has shifted that shouldn't have. What happened next still stuns doctors. Jake Paul didn't leave on a stretcher. He didn't collapse backstage. He drove himself to Miami University Hospital. Adrenaline can mask injury. Then came the x-rays, and the tone changed. What started as a possible fracture became far more serious. A confirmed double jaw fracture. Surgery followed quickly. 2 titanium plates on each side of the jaw. Teeth removed to make it possible. This wasn't cosmetic. This was structural repair. Jaw surgery is brutal. It affects eating, speaking, and sleeping. For 7 days, Jake was limited to liquids only. No chewing. No shortcuts. Promoters talked about a 4 to 6 week recovery, but at least one expert quietly warned this kind of injury can linger for months, sometimes close to a year.
Concussion, in fact, with most jaw fractures, the more important thing initially is to look for other injuries to the head, to the neck, to the airway. The jaw fracture potentially being there or not is going to be lower on the list often than there's damage to the airway, damage to the head.
There's also the weight issue no one fully wants to face. Heavyweight power isn't just strength, it's mass multiplied by speed. Jake's natural fighting weight sits closer to 200 pounds, cruiserweight territory. At heavyweight, every clean shot carries more force than his frame was designed to absorb. That experiment ended with titanium in his face. The plan now is a return to cruiserweight and a title push. But the question hanging over everything is simple. Can his jaw be trusted again?
Keep that pressure up for longer. And it's funny because depending who people like after this, the narrative is going to be completely different. For example, Jake Paul's promoter said it wasn't a skill thing, it was a size thing. I was like, well, no, like once Jake Paul actually was forced to fight, the skills were worlds apart.
That's why this story won't disappear. It isn't gossip. It's vulnerability. Jake Paul built his rise on durability and confidence, and this fight cracked both. Whether the jaw issue truly reappeared almost doesn't matter. The fear did. Once fans start questioning whether a fighter's body can hold up, that doubt follows him everywhere. Press conferences, training clips, even silence. This wasn't just a loss. It was a physical reckoning. Heavyweight left a mark that doesn't fade quietly. The surgery is the part people skip because it's uncomfortable. Knockouts are loud. Surgery is quiet, clinical, and unglamorous. But this wasn't swelling or a bruised jaw. This was a confirmed double fracture. 2 breaks. Bone displaced. That's the difference between being sore and needing hardware.
Lights, a double break in his lower jaw.
Oh, you hit jaw.
Here, look.
Science.
So science is right there and there. The way I see it, well, you'll be back in a couple weeks.
When people hear titanium plates, they imagine some kind of upgrade, like Jake walked away with a reinforced chin and a superpower. That's not how it works. Plates mean doctors had to anchor broken bone back into place. It's scaffolding. Temporary support while your body relearns how to heal. Titanium doesn't make you stronger. It just keeps things from falling apart while you're extremely fragile.
Thought I would win against Anthony, but here I am with a broken jaw, learning the hard way. I'll heal. I'll be back.
Then there's the part fans don't like to think about at all. Teeth removal. That isn't cosmetic. It's access. Surgeons don't remove teeth casually. They do it because the fracture line demands space. And once teeth are gone, they're gone. That's a permanent receipt from one night at heavyweight. No highlight reel shows that. Jaw injuries are especially cruel because you can't escape them. Break your hand, it hurts when you punch. Break your jaw, it hurts when you eat, talk, yawn, laugh, and sleep. You feel it constantly. At first, recovery looked fine. Hospital photos dropped on December 20th, then again around December 24th and 25th. Thumbs up. Short captions. The internet did what it always does. Zoomed in, analyzed angles, and declared everything either perfect or disastrous. Optimism drowned out reality. People saw a phone in his hand and assumed the danger had passed.
Bro, he got hit with a bomb, a right-hand bomb.
Then came the phrase that quietly changed the mood: pain and stiffness. Doctors hear that and nod. Fighters hear it and shrug. Fans hear it and panic. Stiffness weeks after jaw surgery doesn't mean healing is done. It means healing is still happening, and healing hurts. Sometimes more than the original injury. The liquid-only diet didn't help. 7 days of shakes and broth sounds manageable until you realize what it does to energy levels. Chewing triggers hormones and signals normal function. Take that away and the body shifts into conservation mode. Less fuel, slower recovery, more fatigue. Fighters are used to suffering, but this kind is deceptive. You look fine. You feel weak. That's when fans start reading into everything. A tired-looking photo becomes decline. A quiet day online becomes rehospitalization. Recovery photos don't show pain. They just show survival. Healing isn't linear. It stalls. It flares up. So did the jaw issue really reappear? That depends on what reappeared means. A clean refracture is dramatic and rare. More often, it's delayed inflammation or nerve irritation. Jaw nerves are sensitive and ignore timelines. You can feel worse in week 3 than week 1. That doesn't mean something broke again. It means your body is waking up.
Look, that guy did great. For someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade, he has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury.
One expert quietly cooled the optimism by saying recovery could take up to a year. It didn't make headlines, but it stuck. Titanium plates don't mean invincibility. They don't stop swelling, calm nerves, or erase memory. They just sit there doing their job while everything else catches up. Then there's the conversation no one enjoys. Weight class. Heavyweight isn't just slightly bigger. It's physics. More mass, different force, different consequences. Jake's natural weight sits around 200 pounds for a reason. Cruiserweight isn't a downgrade. It's alignment. Dropping back down isn't about speed or image. It's about survival. At heavyweight, one fight can rewrite your anatomy. That's what this did. The long-term cost isn't just plates and scars. It's trust. Trust in your chin, your reflexes, and your body. Jake Paul's brand was built on the idea that nothing really touches him. Take the hit, smile, upload the clip. Now there's titanium holding his jaw together. That cracked the illusion. Influencers struggle with injuries differently than traditional fighters. Boxers can disappear and return with a scar. Influencers disappear and people assume the worst. And here's the question nobody wants to face. What if the jaw fails again? Refracture risk increases once plates are in place. Not massively, but enough to matter. Jaw injuries don't just affect punching. They affect speech, chewing, and nerve sensitivity. Small things that don't trend online but end careers quietly. That's why commissions treat jaw injuries differently. You can't tape your way through this. So where does the comeback plan stand? Cruiserweight sounds good. Title talk sounds confident. But medical clearance doesn't care about confidence. And the hardest battle might not be physical at all. It's whether Jake can trust his own chin again when the first heavy shot lands.